Alrighty, well, we can guarantee that we are social people. The whole social media thing, we might not be very good at, right, Barry
Social
DeLay?
media misfit.
All right.
I don't know anything.
Okay. Tristan Jutras is here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good to see you again.
Blink Media, and you are the person who tutored me in how to get started on Twitter before we started the Trending Now segment. So I wanted you to come in today and talk a little bit about social media and Twitter for people who, say, don't know anything about it.
Well,
Say me.
Just talk directly to Barry.
Hi, Barry. So, yeah, well, social media has really been blowing up the last couple of years, and Twitter has sort of been the poster child for that because it's gotten so much news due to a lot of the social uprisings that have happened in the last couple of years with the Arab Spring and whatnot, and even the Occupy movements. So there's a lot of, the old joke with Twitter was, oh, I don't care what people had for breakfast, right? But if people are just simply tweeting about what they had for breakfast, then they're doing it wrong.
Right.
So the idea with Twitter is to share news, interesting stories, links in real time, and the Twitter can be very transient. So if you want things to last a little longer, then you share it with your friends and family. Then you share it on Facebook. But we've seen a newer sort of trend emerging where Facebook and Google Plus and LinkedIn are adding more and more features.
They are.
We are seeing the emergence of these single-use sort of platforms, which started a few years ago with the likes of Flickr and YouTube doing photos and video, and now Tumblr. We've got microblogging. People were blogging a few years ago, writing long articles. Now with a service like Tumblr, people are posting single images or quotes or little video clips. But now things are getting even simpler with services like Pinterest, where people are simply sharing an image easily on a board. They're pinning their favorite things on a board for people to look at. It's become, I guess people's attention spans are getting shorter and shorter, so we're getting to smaller and smaller bits of information that people are sharing with one another.
I don't
You lost him at Twitter.
Yeah,
That's right.
It is
Say it again in Italian.
Tell me about Pinterest and what the draw is. I mean, this thing has it's been around since March of 2010,
Right.
but it has literally blown up in the last 6 months?
Yeah, it was a closed beta in 2010, and over the last few months, I teach a social media class at UBC, and people started asking about it in the fall, and you can go to the website and ask for an email invitation. And it's so easy to share. You find something you like, you pin it to your pin board. You can set up multiple pin boards where people are sharing, great-looking photos of food or clothes or shoes, and you can see where I'm going here.
Hello.
Yeah, we know where you're going.
80% of the users currently are women.
Right.
And 95% of the users who have liked Pinterest on Facebook are also women. So it's interesting. It's a place where women have tended to congregate and talk about things that they like, but just post them in a very simple way, and they add a few little comments.
Do you know what I find? It's like flipping through magazines, and it's it's the tech version of doing that, which I like.
Where can I find a good recipe, though? I mean, that's
on Pinterest.
People, yeah. What you'll do is you'll browse around and you'll see amazing photos of food, and people will sometimes link recipes to it. And now companies are getting in on the game and posting beauty shots of their products.
It's a great way to advertise for free. Now
it's driving more traffic than Facebook and Google Plus.
It's unbelievable.
And YouTube.
And you introduced me to, let me just click oh crap, we got a little, there we go, you log on to it first. Hang on, here it comes. I had not heard of this site, and it's a counter to Pinterest, and it's for men.
Gentlemen. It's called Gentlemint. So in January this year, a few fellows were sitting around and said, well, there's Pinterest, how come there's not something for dudes? So they created Gentlemint, where men can talk about mustache grooming and fine leather items and tobacco and bacon. There's lots of stuff about bacon on there as well. Tanks, real manly man stuff. So Gentlemint. So that's the counterpoint to Pinterest. Although there's more men checking out Pinterest too, because that's where the ladies are.
All right, I want to mention this too. This came to us from simply.ca, Johnson Ing, and it's a cool stand for your iPad. Do you use one of these?
I have a couple of different iPad and iPhone holders. That one looks like military grade. It's brilliant.
It does. It's a very sturdy tripod,
nice.
and you, it's like double-sided Velcro. So you attach that to the back of your iPad, attach it to there, and this Velcro thing comes off, and you've got a separate hand holder. So very cool. A gadget.
Good stuff.
Guys
It's a-
love gadgets.
We love
don't they?
gadgets.
All
Check
right.
it out on Gentleman.
Thank you. And you know what? We're going to link this segment to our Trending Now page. And those are all the sites, Barry, we talked about. And if you want to talk to Tristan, you can get a hold of him at
I'm sure a lot of people would love to
getconnectedmedia.com.
view this again to get all of my comments about social media and
Check out
where
the
I
Ian-
stand.
yeah. Check out the
on
Ian
this.
Tumblr. There's no Ian Tumblr. Just so,
who
just
put
so
an
y'all
Ian
know.
Tumblr?
Typo's happening.
No, it's hip.
There's no typos on Twitter or
So
Facebook.
Never.
anyway,
there's no
right?
Ian Westla either. Westla.